So, October 26th, FIGHTZUMI, we have a really anticipated fight with two well-known fighters from FIGHTZUMI, with Jonathan and Kieton. Both of them are title holders, and both of them are now fighting for the 65 kg title. So, we've got Jonathan, who fought in March.
Yeah, March.
Yeah? How are you feeling for this fight?
I'm feeling ready to get on.
What's the difference between the last fight and this fight?
Literally, just that mentality of I'm ready to take on the challenge. I'm always, seeing to fight someone who's got good skill level of boxing. I always want a challenge. So Kieton has been chosen to get in the ring with me. And yeah, I'm ready.
Is there anything that Kieton has that you think's gonna be a challenge?
I've been in this. I've been boxing for quite a while, so I would say that I've got the experience of stepping in a ring with a variety of fighters. He does have, like I said, for me, he's got good head movement, footwork, all the kind of basics that make a good boxer. But I believe I have the better skills, and on that night we're gonna see. Okay,
what about your fight camp? How's that been going? Because you fought on the last FIGHTZUMI.
Yeah.
You did the 4-man tournament. So how are you feeling for this one?
Very good. I like just being active, staying in the gym. It's been a good camp. I feel you take each one as there's lessons in each camp. I'm still a young fighter in a way and learning a lot every time I go in there. I enjoy what boxing can bring to your life and what you get to learn there as opposed to other crafts or other disciplines. So yeah, had a good camp.
And is there anything Jonathan has that you're going to find a challenge?
Not a challenge, but different from other opponents. As I say every time, I want a challenge, as he said there. And I think he has a determination that I have been kind of craving to fight against. So yeah, not a challenge necessarily, but we'll see. There could be stuff. I like to leave it and be adaptive in the ring.
Yeah, because I've seen in your previous fights, you've always been really, really confident. You know what you want out of it. With this one, you seem a bit more calculated with it.
Hey,
would that be right?
The calculator has been placed upon me as a title. I feel like I'm as calculated with all of them. I think it's the way I am as a person, the way I fight. But the lesson of this camp really has been brutality, really. Working with John, working at Rival. I think that something I've enjoyed this camp is that in boxing, you don't get to, in life, you don't usually get to test evil and test brutality in a way that you're allowed to in boxing. And channeling that and experiencing that has been the fun of this camp, I think. So maybe that's the energy you're getting.
Fair enough. So you mentioned John and Paul's your coach. They both know each other. How has that played into the fight at all?
That's some Naruto Jiraiya Hokage shit for anyone who knows. I mean, I don't know if people know, but the background of Paul being trained by John, stuff like that, and me being trained by John, Jonathan being trained by Paul. It's a bit of a whirlwind there.
Yeah.
Good. It's been a very interesting experience, I think. I've always had loads of different coaches. I've always bounced around. I've always been a kind of nomad of boxing and going to different gyms. So it's nothing new to me at all. We just implement and learn from all the people we come across. And yeah, I've been learning quite a lot from that.
What about you? Have you found it okay having Paul as your coach and him having John as his coach?
To be fair, it's all the same to me. Obviously, I've been with Paul for years now. And yeah, he's been the best coach. He's been like a mentor. He's been someone that literally he's ready. He knows my potential, so he's he doesn't let me slack as well. So as well, I know that I think that obviously he's trained with John, but I don't know, that doesn't really, I don't know, for me it doesn't really matter.
So, Jonathan's a KO artist. How you plan to get around that?
I don't know if he is.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that necessarily. Got stoppages, but I think stoppages are different from KOs. There's no way to get around that. You just have to be as good as you are, and they won't be able to do it to you. That's kind of why I say that. I think maybe he doesn't agree, but I feel in my own head I'm a different level of competition, or maybe something he hasn't faced before, just because people haven't seen a lot of me, and that means whenever I get in the ring, you'll find something new. There'll be unexpected things. So I don't think that would be much of a problem on my side. I'm not worried about that necessarily. Cautious of it always, because man's got stoppages, good. But it's the same for him. I know he has to think about that on my side. So yeah.
Are you thinking about that?
I think in boxing anything is possible. Anything, we both hold could get caught with like clean shots. So we're gonna be aware of that. But I think he thinks he can knock me out. You don't think that's possible? I don't think he won't knock me out. He won't knock me out. It will go for me. It will go all the 6 rounds. He's gonna see. Obviously, he's gonna see. He's very confident. You get me. And the only way you can deal with that is just break that confidence in the ring. Once he step in the ring, he will see slowly, round by round. He'll see, the confidence will go down a bit.
So is that the game plan? Bring it to all 6 rounds?
That's a tough fight. Like I said, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna go and knock him out. If it's there, and I see them struggling, I'm literally gonna take that. I'm gonna take it. Fair. And same likewise. If he sees that, he's gonna take it too. So
Have you anything to say to each other?
Just for the record, I don't necessarily think I'm going to knock anyone out. You just have to see, as you say, anything can happen in the ring. And I mean, there's different things behind the scenes or whatever, but I wish it was a longer fight. So rounds is not something I'm worried about necessarily. The longer the better for me. But yeah, no, nothing to say to Jonathan. I'm excited. I'm happy. I actually just want to say thank you, man, for hopping in the ring. I feel like it's the best fight that can be made on FIGHTZUMI. So don't miss it, Briz.
You anything to say to Kieton?
Nah, same as well. Obviously, it's always a pleasure to step in the ring with, skillful fighters. As well, like I've always said, we're both going to be there at our best. So there won't be no excuses. We're both, accepting the fight. We both know what we're stepping into. So, at the end of the day, it's once we get in there, there's only going to be one winner. There can only be one winner. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight too.
So what happens after this fight? Are you going for the other belt?
I would like to, but obviously I'm going to talk to my coach. For me, I'm just not even thinking about that right now. It's focus on this fight, get through this fight and, enjoy it as well.
And what about you? Are you looking to try and get another belt, another title?
This has been my 3rd, so maybe not. We never know. We'll see.
Just defend the rest of them? Just
defend, maybe. I feel like I take every fight since I even stepped into this as my last. So, in a way, I'm not thinking about that at all. And I think that's maybe I've done that because of the same reason. I don't like to look ahead over opponents or whatever. This is, in my head, my last fight, so we'll see how it goes. See from there.
Okay, cool. So, if you want to watch this fight, you need to get down to FIGHTZUMI, October 26th. Get your tickets, because you don't want to miss this fight.